This is a video of Hedgehog foraging around in our garden. It was taken with a thermal imaging camera. It was taken in July on a balmy evening, which was around about 17 or 16 degrees in temperature. And as you can see, this hedgehog is actually giving off quite a lot of heat. And the heat's coming from all over its body, from the face right through to its rear end, which we thought was quite interesting. We're trying to work out whether this is a case of this hedgehog is very hot and it's trying to give off the heat because it's a warm night, or is it a case that hedgehog spines are not very good thermal insulators. It would be interesting to do a similar video, which I'll try and do later on in the year, perhaps sort of in October time, just before they go into hibernation, when the temperatures are much cooler, to see if the same thing is happening. At the moment, as you can see, it's just gone behind some vegetation, so you're not getting the thermal image coming through. But as you can see, it's still showing up as quite hot against the other vegetation. And just coming into shot on the bottom right are the ears of our cat Bella that was sitting in the garden at the same time. And when you'll come to some shots of that just in a moment, and you'll see the difference between what's being given off by the hedgehog and what's being given off by the cat. So as I say, there it is, having a good scratch, as hedgehogs tend to do. But really it's showing quite warm, and I was quite surprised about this. I thought maybe we'd pick up the eyes and the face as being quite hot, but the whole body seems to be showing that there's a lot of heat coming out of it. So as I said, it'd be interesting to do that comparison. So come back later. Hopefully I'll have done one later in the year showing what it looks like in colder temperatures. So here we cut to our Bella, who was just sitting there, and you can see that there's heat coming from her eyes and her ears and a little bit off her legs, but the rest of the body is not showing much heat at all. I know there's some vegetation in the way, but that's quite interesting.